Hey everyone, it's Jessica and I'm back with another video for you. Today I'm super excited because we're celebrating me hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I am scraplifting myself today. So I'm going to be scraplifting that layout that I just showed you. It's a nice outdoorsy kind of layout, and I've added a lot of things to it. So I'm going to follow the same type of design and do the same thing here. So I've started with my 3 circular photos, same as before, and the bottom one is a little bit, it ran off the page a little bit, or the die ran off the photo a little bit, and I don't much care because I'm gonna actually back it with a circle, so that's gonna fill in that space, and I'm gonna put plenty of things around this photo to embellish, so I don't even think you're ever going to be able to tell that it doesn't fit. So I've pulled out a collection by Echo Park called Call of the Wild. So that's the main one that I'm using. And I'm using my circular stitched dies. These are the nesting dies by, actually I think these are by Echo Park too. So that's what I'm using for all my circles. And I've cut one for behind that photo out of one of the small pattern papers in that kit. And then I'm pulling out a bunch of canvas Flair and epoxy Flair from Scrappin Happy Studios. And I'm going to use some of those on my layout. Probably only going to use a couple of them, but I wanted to pull out all the camping theme ones that I liked, just in the event that I add a little bit more of them. So I'm definitely going to use that cute one there with the little s'more on it, because those are what my photos are. We were camping and my son was enjoying his s'more, so he was getting it all over his face, and I just love taking his photos with them. So here I've just kind of messily masked off the parts of my layout that I don't want to get white splatters on, because I want the splatters to be in that pretty clean design as far as that kind of backwards S shape or a Z shape, I guess it would be. And so I'm just watering down some white acrylic paint here with my paintbrush and some water, and I'm just flicking that right onto my background, just to kind of create that design and that space where I want to lay all of my embellishments. So you're not going to see a lot of the splatters in the end, but they will just kind of peek through, out and around all of my embellishments. So same thing as before whenever I did this layout, but when I did this before, I did a lot more colors, but this one I'm just sticking to just white because my paper is pretty dark, so I'm not going to be able to see a whole lot of it anyways, and I wanted to keep it just white so it kind of looked like stars on top of that starry type of background that it already has going on. So I'm just adhering down my photos now. I'm going to pull out this 3D foam tape. This is one of the jumbo tape rolls from Thermoweb, and I'm going to use my tape gun on this one to adhere my photo to the pattern paper, and then I'm going to pop it up as well using that same tape. This is the jumbo tape roll. I think this is the 1/8 size if I remember right. And then I'm going to start adding all of my embellishments on here. So my friend Wendy sent me a whole bunch of just miscellaneous embellishments and papers that she wasn't going to use anymore. So I have like a lot of random embellishments that I'm going to pull in on this layout. So I'm super happy about that. But before I pull any of those out, I'm going to go through this pack of die cuts that came with this kit that I'm using, and see if there's anything in there that I want to use that's not super big. I don't want anything that's huge on this layout because I want to stick to my design. So I'm just kind of pulling out a couple of the smaller ones that I might use, and then I'm just going to push that aside. So here's the sticker sheet from that collection as well. I'm going to pull off a couple of those. And I thought about using some of those puffy stickers from that Simple Stories line, but I end up not using any of those. I'm pulling off of sticker sheets just from my collection. I have a bin that says camping on it that I keep in an iris case, and I'm just pulling out all my sticker sheets and embellishments from that, and then all of my embellishments that I got from my friend Wendy too. So there on the right you can see my pile of embellishments from my friend, and I've pulled out some of those to use on this layout. There I just added another Flair to it from Scrappin Happy Studio, and I'm just adding some little wordy bits from some of my sticker sheets that I have. Some of these are from Simple Stories, older collections like Cabin Fever. Some are Echo Park, some are Adventure. It's just a lot of miscellaneous things. So I'm basically just pulling out anything that I think I can use on here, and just anything to kind of fill in all of my little spaces. So my other layout, I did stick with just Cocoa Vanilla collections, but I had a lot of stars and things on that one and things that I could use. But for this one, I really had to dig in my stash to find a lot of things that were kind of small enough to fit in here, and things that I could kind of overlap and would still look okay, if that makes sense. Because my other layout was kind of easy to overlap and layer things because it was just all stars, so that really came pretty easy. And then this one was a little bit more difficult to get everything in there and still look okay. But I'm just kind of fiddling with this and kind of just playing around with it and seeing where I like things. I'm gonna pop my title down now, which is going to say "S'more Please." Just kind of a funny play on words, of course. And I've used some letters out of one of my more recent Hit Kit Club kits. So I love their letters. They always have the best little puffy stickers and letters, and they just coordinate so well with their kits. I'm gonna tuck that little star in there. That's one from Wendy, and then I'm just gonna keep adding to this. So that's really what this layout is about, is just adding to it and just kind of building it up as you go, and just keep gluing things down. I'm actually gonna pull out some sequins from this, from one of my kits from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I'm gonna use one of those, and I'm just adding all kinds of stuff. So you could do this with any theme, any type of pictures that you have, but you just have to have a lot of embellishments. And I feel like this would be a really good one if you wanted to do some stash busting too, or kind of like a kill a kit. I pulled out this white Heidi Swap Color Shine. I wanted to try it out. My friend actually sent that to me as well, because I told her I needed some white splattering ink. So she sent me that too. And I think I just didn't shake it up enough, and I didn't really feel like fiddling with it at the time. So I was just kind of testing it out just to see what it would look like. And I didn't really care if it worked or not, but I think I just need to shake it up a little bit more, and then it'll be a lot more white. So I'm just still adding things. I'm just popping some things up here with some 3D foam tape, and I'm gonna pop out that little camper. It's super cute. I'm gonna put some thread behind these Flair, this canvas Flair button, and I'm gonna do the same for the one on the bottom too, the little s'more by my little guy. And I just kind of, I'm gonna keep them flat because they're already dimensional, so I'm not gonna add any dimension to them with 3D foam. I'm just gonna keep them flat with some glue dots. And I am putting down in the description everybody that's playing along today with me. I'm so excited because there's so many people that are playing along with this YouTube hop to celebrate me hitting 1,000 subscribers. And I think it's so amazing, our scrapbook community, and how many people that we can connect with and just have something in common with, and all of my scrappy friends that I've made along the way, and everyone who supported me is just so amazing. And just thank you so much to everybody for supporting my crafty journey and just following along with me and being my scrappy friend, because that's really what this is all about. Stuff about documenting our memories and sharing with each other, inspiring one another, which is what I just absolutely love to do. So I had some people comment and say they couldn't believe it took me that long to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and they thought that I would have had that a long time ago, but I didn't. I just recently hit it, and it's amazing and wonderful and all of the things. So I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who has supported me along the way, and thank you so much to everybody who's helping celebrate today. So make sure that you pop down below onto everyone's YouTubes or Instagram that is linked down below that's playing along, because they are some amazing creators and they all have just some awesome things going on. So here is this finished layout. It's got a lot of stuff on it. I really like how this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this process video, and again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope you all are inspired, and I hope you all have such a great scrappy day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.